What's going on, guys? I wanted to talk to you today about why I believe a lot of relationships go bad or start to go bad, or why a lot of people have problems in relationships and when that happens. So when life changes are met with no flexibility, that's usually when a lot of relationships go bad. So if you pay attention to when you're starting to have issues in your relationship, be it business, be it business, sales going down, romantic, parental, what friendships, whatever, you will probably look up and realize that life changes were not met with flexibility. Let me give you guys an example. Business. Blockbuster, I believe, passed on investing in or buying into Netflix, and Blockbuster is now out of business because life was changing for people, for their customers, and they decided, nah, we don't want to change how we're doing business, and they went out of business. Parental. My daughter started school. We would stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm a night owl. She didn't go to sleep until I went to sleep, and I had to change her sleep schedule, right? Because she had to go to school. I knew that change was coming. I had to be flexible. Friendships. I have some friends that moved a little further away. I have to make plans to go drive and see them. I don't give you an excuse of, oh, you live too far. I can't do that. Now, I did have a moment where my situation changed, and because I was a mom, it was easier for them to come see me, but same thing. And my friends that were my friends stepped up and did come see me. So now that I'm in a better position with my daughter, I can travel to see them. They were flexible when the situation changed, when life changed. They came to see me a little bit more, or a lot more, because it was really gave me a lot of anxiety to go see people with a toddler when they had like the single lady house type of thing, the bachelorette pad. And I'm like, I have so much anxiety about your mirrored nightstand over there. So, but they were flexible with me, and now I'm a little better position. I have to return the favor that they moved a little further and be flexible with them, right? And go see them. So relationship wise, I have a homie who literally posted to Facebook and tagged his girlfriend, I'm home, where's dinner? Versus, first of all, the fact that he even put that on social media blew my mind. But whether he was joking or not, in those instances, let's say somebody got a new job. Now, okay, we know this is happening, right? We got to be aware that this is happening, and then we got to make a plan to adjust, because I know I get hungry when I come home. So let's prep on Sunday for the whole week, so I'm not coming home angry that there's no dinner, right? So when you know those changes are coming, you have to make a plan and then adjust to be flexible, right? Because life doesn't stay the same. So if you keep hitting life with the same thing you've been doing, and then you look up and all of a sudden you have, you're having issues in your relationship, it's more than likely, I'm not saying this is always the case, but it's more than likely that life has changed, and now you have to make adjustments. When you're in a romantic relationship for a long time, let's say a woman goes through menopause, a man goes through menopause, okay? Men, you do go through menopause too, okay? I go to my parents' house, well, I used to, and it would be freezing cold, because both of their body temperatures have changed. They both started getting hot. It wasn't just my mom going through menopause. It was my dad also going through menopause, and his body temperature was hot. So their house was, I'm talking about beyond freezing, like put a onesie on, put some layers on. Life had adjusted for them, right? And so I had to myself also adjust, and I also had to pack extra clothes for my daughter when she went. But for those of you who do not think that you have to do that, and that everything is going to stay the same throughout the whole entirety of your relationship, even people's needs change romantically over time. If you guys met and you were this hot and heavy couple, you built up all that sexual tension all week long until you saw each other on a weekend. Yes, you had a great sex life back in the day. But then now you're 2 kids in, somebody's breastfeeding, everybody's exhausted. Dad's working 2 jobs. Mom's working a 24-hour job plus another job. Everybody's tired. You have to notice that this is, okay, I'm unhappy. Well, I'm unhappy. Being self-aware because I'm not having enough sex. I used to like it. We had a lot more sex. Okay, why aren't we having sex? Because we got kids and jobs. All right, so what do we need to do to get more hours for ourselves so that we can have sex. Okay, we need 2 days off, at least, however many times a month. 2 days off, one to rest together, and then one to, get some good sex in the next day. So you plan for that. Okay, we need to get a sitter for 2 days twice a month. Okay, or we need to drop the kids off to take a break. We both need a break. But once you feel like you're unhappy in a relationship, you have to look up, check out what's going on. Check in with yourself. Why am I unhappy? Why are we beefing so much? What's the problem? And then see what plan can be made to adjust and have flexibility and say, okay, well, this is what's going on. This is why we're unhappy. This is why we're having problems. Sales are down. People are staying home more. They're having to work more hours. So when they get home, they're not trying to run out. I can see how people they want to rent a DVD and we don't have any more in stock. So this situation over here, this Netflix thing might make some sense. So the next time you're having problems in your friendships, the next time you're having problems in, your parental relationships, because with my daughter, if I didn't say this, I do a couple takes. If I didn't adjust her sleep schedule, she would be going to school cranky, not learning, crying, agitated. And that's just the simplicity of not getting enough sleep. I realized when I became a mom, I need at least a good 10 hours of sleep. And I am an evil, evil bitch when I'm not sleeping like I need to. So I had to adjust when I could, because it wasn't that easy. But I had to realize what was causing that and then go from there. So a lot of people are just not meeting changes. A lot of people are stubborn and decide, no, you were supposed to cook dinner every night for the rest of our lives. Well, I work nights now, so and I'm coming home tired, so that ain't gonna work. You have to check in, realize what the problem is, where the change happened, and what you can do to counteract that change, and then adjust and be flexible and happy and joyful in that adjustment, okay? Shit is not always gonna stay the same. If you're a single mom and you've been raising your son and then you get married to a man that has integrity, he's accountable, he's been consistent, he is a man, he didn't give you 1,000 red flags to the point where you like, okay, I can marry him. And now he's trying to be a man to your son, but you're in the way, you're not being flexible. That is when you have problems in your relationship. Why are we butting heads so much? And then what happens once somebody irritates you about one thing, everything they do is going to irritate the hell out of you. Okay? Everything, the way that they breathe is going to start to irritate you. Okay? But you're not checking in to what is causing the problem. And a lot of times it's someone not deciding to be flexible. But mostly we have to start off with the fact that people don't even check in enough to become aware of what the problem is. Once you at least say, we're having problems, sales are down, I haven't seen you as much, I miss my friend, our relationship is having some issues. Once you become aware that those are the problems, then you can make a plan to be flexible and adjust. Or whatever it is, it's going to die off just like Blockbuster did. Now have a good one.